Hey, folks, thanks for tuning into the Apocalypse Soon podcast. We love that you're listening. If you want to support us, go over to patreon.com and search for the Apocalypse Soon podcast. For $5 or $20, you'll get this podcast in beautiful 4K video the day that it comes out, plus some exclusive Pepitone stand-up clips. And go over to YouTube where you can subscribe and see all the clips of this show and full, beautiful episodes. And now, let's get into the new show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, squirrels standing on their back legs, checking us out. Men, women cleaning with a washcloth. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the only podcast with zero upside. And here he is. The Yankees are flying high, and so he is. He's looking good, feeling fine. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. This is Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with upside. Hey, everybody. As you can hear, the sirens are wailing in the distance as the police head to keep a lunatic at bay or pick somebody up who's collapsed in a bakery, or maybe there's an active shooter. Whatever it is, we know our tax dollars are going toward a good cause. And it's good to be here, Kev. I just got back from the East Coast, and where it was like fall, and it was like 60 degrees, 65 degrees, and the leaves are turning, and now I'm back in LA, and it's close to 90 degrees here.
Yep.
In late October. So
that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes in California. It's freezing cold, the sleet coming down, and now it's hot again. And I had to do federal jury duty yesterday.
You know what? I saw that you were in court.
Yeah.
And what happened? Did you get out of it?
I got out of it.
How did you get out of it?
Because
I have to go in soon.
Yeah.
And I have gone in. This is the first year they've asked me to go in about a couple of years. But there was a period where I had to go in like 3-4 years in a row. And I was like, God damn it. And they never picked me because I was unhinged a little bit. No, they were like, they asked me at one point, do you think it's okay if cops go undercover? And I said, I don't agree with that. And the judge got really pissed. He was like, how the fuck? He didn't say fuck, but that was his attitude.
Yeah.
He was like, how the fuck are the police going to police if they can't go undercover? And I said, I don't think it's nice to trick people like that.
And they're like, get the hell out of here. Juror number 27, you're dismissed. No, so I didn't even get to the judge. They gave us, first off, you get there at 7:30. Nothing starts till almost 9. And then
it's an early affair, huh?
Yeah. But we're just waiting around for an hour. And
you drive down there?
Oh yeah. Drove down.
I don't like the whole process. You have to drive to downtown LA, which, if you folks know or don't know, is just not. It's such a weird. It doesn't feel like a great city. It's weird.
Downtown's brutal. I literally was. I was called back to religion as I was walking to the courthouse because of all the tents and the craziness.
A lot of and then there's these incredible. There are some great things. It has incredible architecture.
Yes, beautiful.
Down there, the history of these theaters where Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy used to perform live, W.C. Fields. They kind of don't really keep up with the history, but there are still the theaters down there. Anyway, it's such a hodgepodge.
Yeah, there was a lady sitting next to
wealth and stabbings.
Oh.
It's a fusion.
That's your next book title, by the way, The Hodgepodge of Death and Stabbings, or Beauty and Stabbings. But there's this lady sitting next to me, and she was like, the first thing she goes, I have chronic depression. I've lost 5 family members in the last 6 months. I don't know why I'm here. I gave him a note. I go, hey, how are you? And then she launches into this. She's like, I gave him a note. There's a note from my psychiatrist, but they still called me in, and I can't believe it. And I'm like, I got to take a call from my father real quick, and I left. And then I went outside.
Oh, my God. It is the judges and the lawyer. Well, the judges get pissed that everybody's trying to get out of it.
Yep.
And I get it. I mean, and I do feel a little bit like, this is my duty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
No, I don't. I get very upset.
Yeah. You do.
Yeah.
So you're like her, huh?
Oh, yeah. I get real upset. I'm like, what's the point of this? I'm the worst. The last time I did it, I told them I'm no good for jury duty because I can tell if someone's guilty or innocent, but just by looking at them.
I hope you didn't say that.
I did. I told them that. They're like,
because
all right,
Eric Griffin, funny stand-up, Eric, he does this bit about how, as a juror, you're told to, really be impartial, take in all the facts, and then he sees the accused walk in, and he's like, this motherfucker did it.
Yeah.
Immediately.
That's absolutely, yes.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah, I think, what did I tell them last time? Because they kept probing me last time I said that. They're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, you just see somebody's got a look. You go, that guy did it. If I said, if they got arrested, they're probably guilty.
No.
I did. And the guy's like, all right, get out of here.
Really?
Yeah. Because I did not.
I would be, if I was the lawyer, I'd be like, you're just trying to get out of this. Mm-hmm. All right? So don't fuck with me. I'm Jim Thompson. I'm Sweet James, the lawyer.
Sweet James. We should do a Sweet Eddie commercial. Mm-hmm. I think that would be good. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, we might as well. Do you want to do a new
sure.
Pepitone, what do they call that for lawyers? The
injury attorneys.
Pepitone and Associates?
Sure.
All right. Have you been injured in a personal injury lawsuit and you don't know who to turn to? Turn to Pepitone and Associates. Here he is.
Hey, let me tell you something. I come from you. I come from the working class, and I know it's hard. When you are in a truck and someone rear-ends you, and I'm not talking about getting rear-ended in a good way, like in a club for a rave, like you're on ecstasy and you go to the bathroom and someone, jams it in you and it's enjoyable. I'm talking about you get rear-ended on a highway and you get that whiplash. Well, I am a lawyer who will make you win the case and get a lot of money. I'm sorry, my grammar's terrible, but they just said do the commercial now. I'm Sweet Eddie, and if you have whiplash, I especially focus in. My specialty is elbow injuries. If you have a cracked elbow or an elbow that just kind of feels sore, do you know how much I've gotten people up to $40 a week for sore elbows from being rear-ended? And that even does include raves where you've been jammed into ecstatically in a bathroom at a very nice club. People sometimes get sore elbows holding on to the bathroom sink, and I will help you. I'm Sweet Eddie, so 1-800-SWEET-EDDIE if you've been rear-ended in a club or in a truck.
Sweet Eddie, he'll fight for you. That's good. That's pretty good. Nice little sweet one there. Man, it's great. It's nice to have an example of where we could be right at this very moment.
Well, it is unbelievable. I mean, these injury attorneys, I feel a couple of ways. I mean, it's like people really do get injured.
Oh, yeah.
And need to be repped, right?
Yeah.
But are they called ambulance chasers?
Yeah. The ambulance chasers that walk up to you when you just got in an accident and go, hey, call me.
Yeah. Well, the people who usually walk up to me after I've got in an accident always want to, like, sell me nuts or electronic equipment. You could see, like, someone who has just gotten here from a third world country that we have exploited. Yes. And so they need to get the fuck out of there because we've turned their country into just a land of drug dealers and gangs, and so they come here and they're told, look, whenever you see an accident, fucking sell electronic equipment to them right away.
Well, I've noticed that we saw an accident, the ambulance came and the paramedics rushed over to you. They're like, sir, are you okay? And you're like, I wasn't in the accident. They're like, calm down.
Calm down.
Don't move your neck.
I have earbuds if you need them. I understand you lose a lot on the road. So, by the way, I want to talk about this for a little bit.
Please.
Is I cannot believe the stuff I lose on the road. Like how much money I'm breaking even on my road trips. I lost a pair of these the red ones.
Oh no.
You know, and with all the shit I get put on them, it's expensive. And then, dude, here's the fucking topper. And I want to say JFK and Delta, you can suck my cock. Terminal 4. I'm talking to you, Terminal 4. I left a fucking MacBook Pro computer in the terminal.
No.
And I filed a report because I realized it once I was on the plane.
Oh, my
I was super tired. It was the end of the trip. I don't know, dude. I'm terrible. And I never carry my computer around solo.
Yeah.
But I checked in the bag I usually keep it in this time because it was so full of other stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just carry my computer around solo. And sure enough, I left it somewhere in Terminal 4. And I have the Find My app.
Yeah.
So I filed a report. They ask you to download the map. And I've been calling these motherfuckers, and they're like, yes, sir, it hasn't been turned in. I'm like, yeah, but I have I sent you guys a map of where it is. Like, the Find My is saying it's in a certain spot.
Is it still in the airport?
That's what the Find My app says.
Interesting.
And these guys are like, yeah, no one's dropped it off. I'm like, can't one of you fucking look at the map? And
yes.
And they won't. They're like, if no one drops it off. Well, why don't you call Delta? They go, and this is the corporate world, right? Why don't you call Delta? And I said, what's the number for lost and found? They give me a number. Doot, 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 doot. This number is out of service.
No.
The number doesn't work. And then I call Delta's just regular number, and they're like, the wait time is so long that most of our representatives are taking their own lives. You know, like, I can't. So
Dude,
I'm
God.
so pissed. I lost the computer now.
Yeah, that's not cheap, man. That is not cheap at all.
I'm fucking so pissed off.
That sucks. No, dude, when I used to work at Apple and people would lose their stuff or get stolen, they would want to use the Find My, phone or whatever app. And we were told to discourage people from going to look for it.
Why?
If it was stolen, because
you could get killed?
Yeah, because if somebody stole it and then you go show up to, hey, give me my computer, it's on the thing, then, if there's any violence or anything, then I guess Apple was concerned that they'd be liable.
I think that's so funny. Hello, I'm Bob Apple. Our Find My app is, it's good and bad. The good is that you will know where your computer is when you lost it or it's been stolen. The bad news is if it's been stolen by people who don't value human life or who are so desperate from the fact that the United States, with its foreign policy, has taken all the resources from... Anyway, I'm getting on a political rant, which I don't need to, but I'm Bob Apple, and you could use our Find My app at your own risk. Yeah, hello. It'd be funny, you knocking on a door. It's like pit bulls and Dobermans, and like a guy is on a turret on the roof with a gun, and you're like, yes, excuse me, I believe my Apple computer is here. And they're like, so what?
Yeah.
We have a lot of computers.
We have a lot of computer here.
And I'm like, I'm like Walter White in Breaking Bad, and I've got like a bag of chemicals that if I throw it down, it will blow up their house. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad. Yeah, we saw it.
Great show. I love Breaking Bad, favorite show. I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad or not.
Favorite show.
I would love to see you in an action movie like that. That actually could be a pretty decent plot device. To you lose your computer, now you have to fight the Russian mob in Glendale or something. I'd watch it.
Yeah.
Dude, that script last night, prosaic.
Talk about that a little bit.
I went and saw Eddie and Stephen Fine Arts and just a gaggle of talent at the Elysian last night to do a a table reading of Prosaic, which was episode 1 of
Pilot, yeah.
a pilot, yeah.
About an Amazon warehouse workers.
Yes.
And the crazy head, played by Dan Stevens. I got Dan Stevens, who is an incredible actor, and
Amazing.
Fred Malamed.
Yes. Yeah.
Bunch of great actors and actresses that helped us, and it went so fucking good.
So many laughs. I mean, I've been to a couple of table readings, comedy stuff. I don't feel like you hear that many big laughs in it. You know what I mean? Because there's so many great moments in that script that were killing.
It went so well.
Yeah.
And now the only problem is we have to get industry involved.
Well,
and that's the trick.
I wanted to talk to you about getting your hopes up. I wanted to talk to you. You know, a lot of times these industry folks, they don't care how great it is or how funny it is or how everyone loves it. They just want to know if...
I hate them.
I hate them too. They're like, we're going to
The gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, they're like, great stuff. We want to green light your pilot, but we're really working on getting Glenn Close in it. If we can get Glenn Close in your pilot, then it'll be a green light. I don't know if Glenn Close will be the right person for. Look, she's a big draw. Everybody loves Glenn. But it was so funny, man. I was dying. I got 2 Coke Zeros. I was really enjoying myself.
And I did about 20 minutes of stand-up before the show, which was I think that was a good warm-up for them.
It's perfect.
You know, because I got them laughing, and they were ready. I don't know if it would have been that great just to go right into the...
I don't think so.
You know what I mean? There's something about doing a live set of stand-up, and I really just kind of, got the crowd into it.
Well, who's that one guy right up front? You were doing something, and he thought you were talking straight to him, so he starts answering in a pretty heavy accent.
I said, do you guys know what ayahuasca is? One of my bits.
That's right.
And he was like, ayahuasca, yes, it is. And he was from Brazil, and he got, like most people, when you talk to them in the audience, they're usually a little demure, he was like ready to bolt up on stage and talk about Brazil.
Yeah, it was like he was Jehovah's Witness, and you just opened the door.
People were laughing like hell though at that.
Oh yeah,
that incident with that guy.
Yeah, you go now. They go, Eddie, you got to try ayahuasca, and he goes, ayahuasca.
Yeah.
I'm from Brazil, and you're like, okay. It was
great. That's great, sir.
No, I cannot wait. I really hope that thing gets made.
Great job by Billy
awesome.
Domino, who wrote the script based on my act and me and Steven's idea for a comedy, Steven Fine Arts. So
was Billy the guy who was playing the head? The guy sitting to your right?
To my right. I don't know because I was so focused on the script.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That I didn't see where Billy was standing, but
yeah, I freak out when I have to do a reading a little bit. I get anxious.
I felt pretty doing 20 minutes of stand up before the table read.
Yeah.
I just that because the stand up was like I was going on fumes.
Yeah.
I went to the gym for the first time in a long time, and my trainer was there. I thought that was funny that I always say, folks, my trainer is here, so please laugh.
Yeah. He brought his little smoke show lady with him last night. She was cute. She was real cute. She was nice. She's a nice accent. She's probably watching this right now. How you doing, ma'am? We had him on the podcast a while ago, back when we were at Fanico. You remember that? Your trainer.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Adam.
Oh, that wasn't...
He's an actor.
Oh, I was thinking... Okay. I get them mixed up. You think you're running on fumes.
But it's funny you say that Adam is a trainer, because he is a gym rat, and you probably just saw his physique.
I did.
You picked it up. He just is in the gym all the time, imploring me to go to the gym, and I'm like, I don't need your little propaganda.
Well,
I live my own life. I go to the gym when I can, man. I'll tell you, the road trips, I fucking come back, and it takes me a week, and then I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude, we got to figure out some sort of road regimen that doesn't wipe you out when you leave town.
Yeah, I don't know.
there's so many people that want to show you love out there. It's hard to deny the public, when they're out there. But
yeah, and I kind of alluded to it when I sent you the episode a week before last, but I am going to undergo some surgery, and I might be out of it for a little bit, so we might have to do a couple of podcasts from my bed. I'm thinking bedside, like Franklin Delano Roosevelt type of podcast.
I love it.
Like bedside, and I'm like, hiya, folks.
The monitors.
FDR here.
Yeah.
Or let's just say Sweet Eddie. Like maybe what about if Sweet James, the injury attorney, or Sweet Eddie, the injury attorney, is recovering from surgery, but he's still trying to do commercials. You want to do that bit?
Yeah.
Let's do that bit.
Have you been injured in a car accident? Well, you're not alone. Not only have you been hurt, but your attorney's been hurt, so he understands. Here he is, Sweet Eddie, to represent you.
I'm Sweet Eddie, and I got rear-ended at a rave last night, and I didn't know how dangerous bathroom sex was until I woke up this morning. Jesus Christ, it seemed fun at the time, and it was, and the pleasure was intense, but right now I feel like my insides have been, destroyed. So I want to say that not only will I represent you, I feel you. I get you. So if you've been rear-ended in a truck on the I-5 or the 210 or the 134, east or west. By the way, we cover highways 5 north, 5 south, 134 east, 134 west, 210 east, 210 west. We do the 101 north, the 101 south. We don't discriminate. Oh, God.
If you've been injured outside of the California Highway 99 freeway, call Sweet Eddie. He understands. Should we do an old standard?
Sure.
I think we should go do a little guided.
All right.
And, people, when we don't do it, I get threats. Like, what the hell? I almost killed myself. I need my guided. And now, breathe in the joy of another episode of Guided Meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
All right, everybody. I hope everybody is realizing that as the election barrels closer and closer to us, and we are getting ready for violence at the polls and violence by, the crazy Republican Party that's going to say it won, and just general unrest and just the clown show that the United States has become. There's one way to get relief from this clown show, and that is to do guided meditations. So I want you to lay on your back and feel the tips of your toes. First, I want you to feel the tips of your toes, except those of you with gout, because you can't feel them, or those of you who have frostbite because you were out in extreme cold because you have no more heat because of gas prices and oil prices and just the incredible lack of concern for people who have no money. If you have no feeling in your feet, disregard the first part of this. But if you do have feeling in your feet, I want you to feel your toes. I want you to feel your toes, and then I want you to feel the energy coming up through your toes, going right to your groin. I want you to skip the legs. Skip the legs today, because, look, legs are overrated sometimes, even though I am a leg man. I love a good set of legs. I think we have to go right to the groin today because that is our sexual chakra. The groin area is a chakra that our life energy, our creativity, our reproduction. Go to your groin area and also think of Sweet Eddie if you have been diddled down there or rear-ended. Sweet Eddie is a injury attorney who can help you. But feel your groin area and just put a golden ball of white light, a golden ball of, you know what, let's make it a rose-colored. You've heard of the phrase rose-colored glasses. And keep breathing as you see this rose-colored light near your package, near your little flower. Let the rose-colored light just pulsate. Let that rose-colored light pulsate. Let it caress that area of your body. And then once you orgasm, I want you then to feel the energy come up and sit in your belly. And if you've seen the movie Alien, the first one, you know how the alien came through the stomach of an astronaut. I want you to see yourself having an alien creature in your belly, and I want you to breathe that alien creature out, okay? So with your first out breath, just see the alien creature exploding through your belly and attaching to the ceiling above you, and then it scampers away with a noise that goes something like this. And then you don't know where this alien is now in your place, so now I want you to feel the top of your head and just feel the energy. That's called the crown chakra. Right at the top of your head, I want you to feel the crown chakra. And then with your final in-breath, I want you to feel the alien attach itself to your leg. That's why I left out the leg. And it's starting to rip apart your leg with the incredible teeth. And it's ripping apart your leg, and then you go dark.
Thanks for joining us on another guided meditation with Eddie Pepitone.
You know what's nice about that guided is that it ended with these police sirens.
Yes.
And this is, the police siren is the national bird of Los Angeles. Right?
A national call.
The national call. And we just hear the sirens and, hello, boys.
Go get 'em, kids.
Don't leave any stone unturned, fellas and ladies.
Stop and frisk all day.
By the way, shoot first, ask questions later.
That's right.
Hey, guys, I just taser them and then ask them if they're the one.
You can ask them questions down at the station.
Down at the station. Maybe we'll do an episode of something called Down at the Station, and it'll be me and you as cops.
Yeah.
And we'll play the various cops, and we'll play the perps too who are being questioned.
I like that.
And we'll call it just Down at the Station. You intro it.
The boys in blue don't get nearly as much respect as they need. And that's why we've dedicated another hour to Down at the Station.
All right, Tommy, what do we got here?
I got a couple of pieces of garbage here. Picked them up downtown. This
All right.
guy right here was He was.
You know what I do with garbage? I throw it in the trash can. But, sir, you're lucky my partner here decided to bring you down. Now, what'd he do, this asshole?
This guy was down there. He was picking up trash from around and throwing it around a downtown area. He had girls with him. I don't even know exactly what he was doing, but he looked suspicious.
All right, look,
I
pal.
picked him up.
Pal, you were throwing trash around and you had girls with you. Normally, we electrocute people for that. We just put them in the chair. And that chair, by the way, is brought to you by Domino's. Domino's. We not only make pizza that tastes like cardboard and we can have it to you in 5 minutes, but we also make electric chairs to get rid of peripheral people. Domino's. We're here when you need us. All right, I had to say that by law, sir, because
I love it when you do the ads when you're chucking them in.
Well, Domino's is the one who gives us the electric chair, Frank.
That's right. We got to give credit where credit's due.
All right.
You hear that, boys? You think you love Domino's? You ready? You ready to get fried up, boys?
Old Sparky there. That's what we call it. Old Sparky.
This guy right here.
What'd he do?
This guy had his genitals out in the Target in Glendale.
Oh my God! Look, for that, here's $20. I get a kick out of that. I mean, thank you, sir.
You're so generous with these guys.
Well, I mean, first of all, the Target. I don't like Targets. It's all these products made cheaply overseas. These people are tortured making these products, and Target is also one of our sponsors. And I know I just badmouthed them, but here at Target, you could get, in our racks at Target, everything is jumbled. Like the T-shirts are jumbled with the fanny packs. The fanny packs are jumbled with the earring. It's all just
screws, garbage, earrings.
It's a fucking mess. There's tents. Right? We got tents and soccer balls. We got maternity dresses. But please come to Target.
Tampons.
All right, sir. So here's your $20. Just get out of here. And if you take your genitals out again in a Target, that's another $20.
I really appreciate this, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But what about me? I was just throwing trash and playing with a couple of girls.
You keep it down, all right? You're in trouble enough.
Tune in next week on Down at the Station when we take someone in from a dog park who was whistling to his dog too loudly, and we strap him into the electric chair, and at the last minute, the governor calls. Yeah, hello? Yeah, this is the governor. Yeah, governor? I understand you're trying to electrocute someone who whistled in a dog park? Yeah, but it was really loud.
Too loud.
Yeah, but I don't want to get bad press for killing someone whistling in a dog park. Governor, we could just say that he shot somebody. The thing is, Governor, anyway, that'll be next week on Down at the Station. I don't want to give away too much.
I think that's good. That's very.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, those governor calls. I wonder if there is a lot of those last minute. A guy at the switch and then the phone rings.
I don't think it's done like that anymore. I'm pretty sure it's emails, but
yeah.
But the guy working the switch has to check his emails, and a lot of times these guys don't have the notifications on.
No, or they got T-Mobile or something, and it gets poor reception. The
Wi-Fi goes out, and you wind up electrocuting somebody who, it turns out, did not kill that family of four. Mm-hmm. Instead, he had just made them, fresh bread.
Yep. Well, that's why I can never be a cop, or be somebody in a position of power like that.
Why is that?
I make mistakes at work. You know what I mean? I make mistakes, but it doesn't really affect
Well, you
anybody.
work sound at the Improv.
That's true.
And I know there was a time where some water got on stage. You turned on the sound, and you electrocuted a comic named Earthquake.
I did, and he was fine.
Right, Earthquake has been electrocuted many times.
Have you ever seen Earthquake live?
I actually worked with him on that Laker
Oh yeah,
Winning Time.
Yes, that was great.
But I never saw him do stand-up.
Dude, you gotta look up some Earthquake stuff. He is
Funny?
amazing.
Oh,
Yes.
shit, I gotta check him out.
Dude, he's a beast. You will love it. You
Oh,
will love
fuck.
it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he's just crushing.
He was out of his element a little in the acting
Yeah.
portion, you know, but he was a funny dude. It was me, him, and Donnell Rollins. If you've ever seen
yeah.
Winning Time, about the Lakers, we played Magic Johnson's father's friends, but we were barely in it.
Yeah.
Barely in it. It got cut, and that's the story of my Hollywood career. How about let's do, since we're getting on Halloween, right?
Yes.
Let's do scary stories about Hollywood.
I love that.
All right?
And as you cross the grapevine and enter into the terror of Hollywood scary stories.
All right, kids. Just sit around this campfire here. Please don't tell us a story about getting cut out of another movie.
Yeah.
That was really scary last time. Look, kids, I want to tell you about being on Winning Time. I never saw you in that. That's what I wanted to tell you. Oh, no.
Is that on HBO? I don't think my head.
Yes, it was on HBO. Now, let me tell you, and by the way, a lot of the Lakers, like Jerry West before he died, and other people were complaining about that show, saying it put them in a bad light. I'll tell you who was in bad light, me. Because they lit me, and I was supposed to be one of Magic Johnson. You were supposed to be one of Magic Johnson's father's friends? Yeah. Oh, no, I know you got cut, didn't you? Yes.
Oh man, that's so
Did you still
scary.
get paid? Yes, I did, but I had told people look for me on Winning Time. And then your friends didn't see you? Exactly, and then I look like an idiot. And you know how many times this has happened to me in my career, kids, when I say, oh, I'm filming this project, look for me in this movie or this television show, and then you're not in it? Yes, and your friends think you're just a bullshit artist? Watch your language, but yes. Oh, boy.
That's scary.
That is so scary.
I don't like that.
You think it's scary being hunted in the woods by Mike Myers? You try being on something that HBO or Max funds, and they tell you, yeah, it's going to be great for your career. And then you get cut. Oh, my God. Mike Myers couldn't even cut people like Hollywood does.
Ah.
That's right, kids.
Did you? Was your name in the credits?
Yes, but people were like, where were you? And I had to lie. You lie to your friends? Yes.
That's scary.
That's scary because you tell them things like, oh, yeah, I was in it, and they watch it twice, and they say, I didn't see you, and then you say, we have a bad connection, I'm going through Laurel Canyon. And then you don't talk to them for a few days, and they forget about it, and that's the only way you can deal with it. You lie and say you're going through a canyon.
Join us next week on the thrilling conclusion of Hollywood Nightmares.
Oh, Hollywood.
That's great. Yeah, my all my Hollywood nightmares are some guy in a suit going, I think you got something, kid. And then I never see him again.
Yeah.
It's always great. Okay.
We're getting close.
We're getting close. We're working on it. I think
Working on it. We're here in late October, about 85, 90 degrees. But in the shade, it isn't too bad.
it is gorgeous. I'm breathing it in. During the guided meditation, I was actually meditating a little bit. You know, I went in and out of it. It feels good. All the crows around here.
A lot of crows.
Beautiful. We also haven't done in a long time.
What?
What was it? The brothers. the something brothers that weren't actually brothers.
Inscrupulata brothers?
Yes.
Construction guys?
Yeah.
Father and son,
we're
but
building-
we're really brothers?
Yeah.
Or how did that go?
We're father and son, but we're called the Inscrupulata
Oh, right.
brothers.
Yeah, let's
but we
do
build
that.
bunkers.
Let's do that. We built bunkers.
That's right.
All right. Well, you have to intro it because these people probably don't know what you're talking about. Unless they're real big fans.
Come on down to Inscrupulata brothers. You looking for a bunker? We got a bunker for you. Here's my dad.
Hello, we're the Inscrupulata brothers, even though this is my son. We
Hey.
misnamed the company because when we got our truck, it said Inscrupulata brothers, and we did not have the money to change it. So this is my boy, Al.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, Al. He always has to introduce himself to me whenever he sees me because he has tremendous short memory loss.
Great to meet you, pal.
Great to meet you, son.
Thank you.
Anyway, we're the Inscrupulata brothers. We couldn't afford to get the truck repainted, and we do bunkers. So,
Did you know that it costs over $400 to get a re-stencil on a new truck to change it to Inscrupulata and Son? Why not Inscrupulata brothers?
unbelievable. So we're in the Anyway, you need a bunker. You need a bunker because you know that the nuclear bomb is coming. The warmongers who run this planet, they're going to get us killed. And you're going to need a bunker to stay alive in a dystopian society. Remember, all the bunkers that we build come with 8 cans of tuna to get you started, right?
That's right. You're going to need your protein when you're stuck on the ground and waiting for the alien nation to finish up all of the destruction above ground. And you're going to need the protein to get ready to go. I'll tell you something. I got a friend, Bob. His town got nuked by a nuclear place, and he was standing out on the field in the middle of nowhere underground. And Bob's dead now. Don't let that happen to you.
Just as sure as my son is my brother, we are the Inscrupulata brothers, and you get 8 cans of tuna to start, and you get a nice coloring book, right, boy?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Do you fear for your life from nuclear war? Well, let us satiate that fear. Come on down to the Inscrupulata brothers.
We'll build a bunker, and we do it over a period of 1 to 6 months. The bunkers are beautiful. There'll be cable television as long as the networks. You'll be getting the last newscaster on Earth broadcast to you live. He doesn't know you'll be alive because here at the Inscrupulata brothers, me and my son build tremendous bunkers.
Beautiful bunkers. Do you love Formica? I know you do.
Who
We got
doesn't?
all the different types
Nice
of
to meet
Formica.
you.
Great to meet you. Good to see you, pal. And, if you want some sort of plaid or whatever, you want to make it look like granite, our Formica comes in all shapes and sizes in the bunker, underground, afraid to get away from the nuclear fallout, and call us now.
Call us now, and when I mean now, I mean as soon as you can. A lot of people say call now, and we know they're busy. We know a lot of them are getting things lanced off them or getting rear-ended in a bathroom. Whatever it is, if you're getting rear-ended in a bathroom, you need to call Sweet Eddie. He's undergoing surgery, though, because he didn't realize how bad it could be at a rave, no matter how attractive the other gentleman.
Don't get caught with your pants down at a rave in a nuclear holocaust. Call the Inscrupulata brothers and we'll build you a damn bunker.
And me and my son will come over pretending to be brothers.
That's right.
We're the Inscrupulata brothers. We couldn't afford to get it re-stenciled on our van.
Great to meet you.
Great to meet you, son. All right, well,
Great.
I think this was just a terrific little podcast today, and I want to thank everybody who's made the time, say hello to Max and
Hey, Max.
Clarté, our regulars,
Oh, yeah.
Joanne Crimmins and her husband. I think his name is Steve. I usually don't care about the husbands.
Well,
I
get it.
That's just me. But I met them in, I believe it was Baltimore. One of those. But boy, the Auto Bar in Baltimore was a lot of fun.
The Auto Bar? I've never been there. You gotta check it out.
What a great place to perform.
Yeah. I'll get down there.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, I'll get down there.
Oh, you will.
All right, folks. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by the Apocalypse Soon podcast. Make sure to subscribe, YouTube, Patreon. Go to eddiepepitone.com. You can find out when he's coming to your town. And follow us on all the Instagrams and Twitters and all that good stuff.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.